bitter words, unlike nothing I have heard. Sing along, mockingbird, you don't affect me. That's right. Deliver it to my heart. Please strike me deliverance. Wait, I'm coming undone. Irate, I'm coming undone. Too late, I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. Wait, I'm starting to suffocate, and soon I anticipate. I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. Choke again. I thought my gamers were my friends, getting me in the end. They're out to get me. Since I was young, I tasted sorrow on my tongue, and this sweet sugar does not protect me. That's right. Between my eyes, please strike. Make it quick now. Wait, I'm coming undone. Irate, I'm coming undone. Too late, I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. Wait, I'm starting to suffocate, and soon I anticipate. I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. I'm trying to hold it together. Head is lighter than a feather. Looks like I'm not getting better, not getting better. Wait, I'm coming undone. Irate, I'm coming undone. Too late, I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate. I'm starting to suffocate, and soon I anticipate. I'm coming undone. What looks so strong, so delicate.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Let me go to the top. Let's check in, see who all's here. Lindsay Lee coming in hot this morning with the dick. I'm here for it. Good morning, Okie. I know you are, girl. Hey, Queen Bella. Lindsay Lee, thank you for renewing. 6 months, baby. Let's see. Rock a bit. Oh, good. Something to listen to while getting teeth worked on. Ugh, you're at the dentist. That's so sketch, man. I hate the dentist. Yeah, I was looking and waiting for Granny to go live. I kept checking to see if she had an upcoming live, and there was nothing. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go live and say what I gotta say, because it's been wearing on me. Because y'all know I joined the Jerks panel last night, and I behave in certain places, So there was a lot of things and a lot of ways I wanted to express myself that I couldn't do on the Jerks. Not that they wouldn't let me. They would let me while out all I wanted to. It's just a respect thing. What about delusional reality though? Good question. Hey, Kate the Magnificent. I fucking love my video. I just saw it. Yes, for anybody who didn't know, yesterday was Remy's birthday. Happy birthday, Remy. Good morning, Roro. Hey, Evil Queen. Zen, hello. Miss you too, girl. Katie B, good morning. Yep, in with the Dinos, Second Chance, OG London girl. Hello, Zero Jules. I'm so glad to see you commenting. I've kind of been worried about y'all over there across the pond, to be real honest. I hope you're okay. I hope you're safe. Jennifer M, good morning. Let's see. Have I missed anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. I think I got Tess, early morning shit show. Yay! Hey, Penny, country, XX country. Good morning. Y'all, oh, Texas Blue Bonnet, can YouTube do something to stop this crazy Delulu person? Girl, this shit's insane. A Mac talking smack, Mac attack. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. That's right. Hey, A Mac, good morning. Fragile like a bomb. Good morning, love. Naomi. Oh my gosh, Lady K. Y'all make sure, can somebody drop Lady K's link in the chat because I be loving her lives. I'm usually in the bushes. I'll go in and say hey, or if I got some shit I want to talk, I'll pick my phone back up and say something real quick. But y'all know I'm back to work, so I can't constantly be there. Hey Deborah, good morning. I'm glad to see you. I think I'm all. Oh, Allison. Oh, we got more people coming in. Make sure if you're coming in, you hit that thumbs up for your girl. I'd appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna have to just scroll on down to the bottom. I'm so sorry for anybody I missed. Texas girl, hello, good morning, good morning. Thank y'all for dropping Lady K's link. You know, she's part of the snake pit now, whether she wants it or not. Oh, listen, she gives unbiased views on a lot of things. Like, she's very open-minded. She can see things from both sides. She's a very gray person. And what do we appreciate around here? We love gray people. So it is what it is. I hope y'all sub up to her and show her some love on her lives. I think she's going live at 12 today. Listen, I was really hoping Granny was going to go live because I wanted to join panel and talk some shit if she was going to go over Betty's stream from this morning. Ugh, that shit torqued me up. But before we get into that, freak snakes unite. Chloe Joe, glad to see you, love. Before we get into that, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss TP's video. I know a lot of people have problems with it, but even with those problems, a few of the people that were mentioned have graciously taken the criticism. Nonsense, Duchess, Granny, they've taken that criticism. Are they happy about it? Of course not. But they've taken it, they've accepted it, they've embraced it, they've sat on it and thought about it. But I do understand the main thing that I think they were upset with is the fact that TPE lumped them in with the rest of the tragedy pimps. And it's like, I don't think that's what TPE was meaning to do. It was just a screenshot live. But it's like, girl, if you're going to call out, because we consider ourselves the good side, whatever. I mean, or people consider us the good side. Just don't mix the good side with the bad side. Call us out in a whole nother video because we ain't fucking with them. we don't want to be in the same video with them. Hey, Melissa Jade, glad to see you this morning. So there's that. I do understand that anger, and that's exactly what I told TPE. Like, girl, I would have been pissed. And I left a comment on our thing that said, like, maybe you could have gave a heads up to Dutchy Nonsense and Granny the same way you gave a heads up to Queen, But everybody fucks up. But I think that being angry at it takes away from the real conversations that have, needed to be had from it. And I know Nonsense went live late last night to talk about another guy that's on her radar. And she mentioned that. She was like, it really does open up more of a conversation about these hashtags. Because yes, we combat these tragedy pimps who use the hashtags. We use the hashtags too sometimes to combat them. Because if they're using them, they're going to be the ones pulled up, Hey, Pearl, I missed you on the jerks yesterday, girl. Um, but as I said, some people took it graciously and some people didn't. Actually, skirt, hold up. Let me take that word back. Not people, a person didn't. Listen, I understand, Queen, it's hard to have a mirror put in front of your fucking face to acknowledge your actions, but it is what it is. We all go through it. It happens. Instead, you took that chance to deflect onto me, Nunya, and Deets. Tell me you're a bitter bitch without telling me you're a bitter bitch. Because I ain't done nothing to you. I ain't said nothing about you. Miss me with that shit. That goes to you too, Cappy, because instead of saying, hey, maybe there's something you could learn from that video, you're like, no, deflect, like a fucking bright ass deflection sign or something. It was so weird. Like, how the fuck? And the reason I say tell me you're a bitter bitch without telling me you're a bitter bitch is because how the fuck does TPE come out with a video and y'all automatically think to blame me, Nunya, and Deets? That shit's weird. That shit's creepy. Cappy, you've been clipping my shit with some weird ass titles. I know you're a cringe watcher. I get it. I know you're a hate watcher. I get it. But bitch, you are obsessed lately. Cut it out. How the fuck is it fair for y'all to put TPE's video on me, Deets, and Nunya? Did a whole fucking live stream. Half the live stream was about it. Are you kidding me? You know what? That's as far as a reach as Bullhorn Betty saying that JLR is working behind the scenes with Queen B. Right, Queen? That's a far fucking reach. And that's exactly what y'all did yesterday. Y'all took that opportunity to throw us under the bus and make it seem like we were having something to do with it. I messaged TPE yesterday and I told her, bitch, now let's not forget, I didn't even know TPE released the video. The proof is in the pudding. It's on Nonsense's live stream. I went to Nonsense's that night and I seen what they were talking about and I was like, what the fuck happened? I was so confused. So then in the chat, they told me TPE did a premiere. I said, okay, let me go back. In the chat, I said, let me go back. So I went back. I went and watched TPE, her video on 2 times. And then I came back into Nonsense's. And I told Nonsense and them what my opinion was that was wrong about it. And it was being lumped up with the others. Outside of that, everything else, the hashtags, the attacking families, the reviewing interviews, that those are things TPE has a problem with. That's her opinion, and she's allowed that. But anyways, I didn't know anything about it. TPE is Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Please drop her link if y'all haven't. I didn't know nothing about it. So when I seen Nonsense talking about it, I went and, educated my fucking self, even though not that any of that side would know what that is. But I went and educated myself on it and got caught up. I went back in Nonsense's chat and even said in Nonsense's chat, damn, I'm surprised I wasn't in that video. Why? Because I've fucked up before. I've used Sebastian Rogers hashtags. I have attacked Seth and reeled myself in. It's all about self-reflection and accountability. If you're not willing to reflect on your actions daily and correct them as needed, then you just sit in limbo, being the same shitty, trashy person you gonna be. So my bad for TPE not having a screenshot of my Sebastian hashtags. My bad for TPE not calling out the Dylan Rounds live stream we did on Deetz's. My bad for TPE not highlighting when I used to attack Seth. My bad. That's all my fault, right? That's all my fucking fault, right? Do y'all see how fucking delusional that is? I think so too. I love the open discussion it's brought. And yes, Kate, that's what I said. The only reason TP don't have screenshots of my Sebastian Rogers hashtag, I think I've hashtagged him once or twice. The last time I did it, unsupervised maniacs came in here, got my ass for it. We had a discussion. She told me why she didn't think it pertained to Sebastian. I told her why I thought the stream did pertain to Sebastian, and I left it be. Unsupervised got upset. She left for a little while. She came back in later that night. After I finished the stream, I thought about it. I sat on what unsupervised said to me. And I was like, it is kind of right. Like, I don't want them to look up Sebastian Rogers and see my drama surrounding the case on that list. And so I took it out. The only reason TPE didn't have those screenshots is because when I'm checked, bro. I'd either agree with you or leave it in there and stand up for what I believe. Period. I didn't pitch a fucking fit about it, though. That's the problem. You can't take criticism, queen. And because you can't take criticism, you fucking come for me, Deets, and none you. Fuck you, bitch. Mind your business. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. You look salty. You look bitter. There was no sense in you doing that shit, period. I know you're going to do a live stream about me after this. I don't give a fuck. I will not be responding. But the simple fact is, you took this community video that was meant to bring open conversations. You took that and turned it into a hate campaign on Joneson. You fucking bitter little bitch. Fuck you. Is Remy, you might be pocket modding, baby. I mean, I try not to go to the level where I'm calling people bitches and hoes and dummies, and I try. I've been working on myself so hard not to go to that level, not to allow myself to get to that level. But you know what? After that shit they pulled yesterday, my soul was heavy the whole afternoon. My soul, my heart, my mind, everything was heavy. And it was because I didn't understand why. I didn't understand why. What did I do to cause that? Nothing. I haven't done anything. I've been over here minding my own motherfucking business, trying to support everyone but you. Get over it. Jeez, it's so stupid. Just go on about your business. Let me go on about my business and we keep it moving. We were doing good for a little bit there, being cordial. Hey, Huntress. Smother, I don't either. And it really affected me until I had a few badass bitches be like, nah, girl, you better not let that shit affect you, because it did. Because I was like, what the fuck did I do? I haven't done anything but try to love people and try to support people. No, and the only, I know there we had the division in the community talk on the jerks panel last night with Granny. And for me, and I'm glad we had that discussion, but for me, the only division I have in my community, in my corner, is I don't fuck with Queen and I don't fuck with Savage. And honestly, at this point, I would fuck with Savage over her. So that's the only division for me. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. That's okay. You know what I know, Kayla. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I did that Krama recap for the week. Y'all remember I was doing Krama week recaps weekly to kind of keep people caught up who wasn't able to be here for all the streams. I didn't even put her, Queen Bee, in that Krama recap in an unflattering way. But because I didn't say, oh, because I didn't put like a headline or um a description saying, hey, what you're about to see with Queen and BTM talking, that shit's, they figured it out later. No, I let it play how it played because I was trying to show what Dolly was responding to. I tried to put them in the order in which they happened, and that's when I was still fucking with Queen. But this is exactly what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the Krama recap where everybody fucking mobbed up and lost their fucking shit. Now they've done it to TPE and they're bringing me into it. And I ain't even said or done shit. And then I checked my messages when I messaged TPE yesterday. The last time I met, because Cappy kept saying, well, it's kind of convenient, those three. Name. We got names, bitch. It's kind of convenient those three weren't in the video. We'll talk to TPE about that, boo. That's not my fault. That's not Dietz's fault, and it's not Nunya's fault. Nunya hadn't even been here the past 5 fucking months. Dietz has been here half-time, part-time. She's a part-time YouTube employee. I'm the only one that's been here full-time. But I said, so what is making them think that me and TPE are working behind the scenes together? When I messaged her, I looked at our message previous to yesterday. The last time I messaged TPE was January 7th. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. Pearl. And then that's another thing. Trying to act like Pearl was making something or nothing into something. Pearl said, Jones, and it's not a you problem, it's a B problem. Your very existence is an issue. You can't deal with that thought process. Put your own peace first. Refuse to be the scapegoat. Move for yourself. And that's exactly what I'm doing, Pearl. You're not going to use me as the scapegoat because you don't like the mirror being put in front of your fucking face. That's not my problem. I had nothing to do with it. And you will not put it on me. And it's not fair, period. And what she did, she knows she wants to go on her panel and act like, I don't know what Pearl's. Yes, the fuck you do, bitch. You know exactly what Pearl's problem is. I ain't going to put it out there. We've talked about it before, but you know exactly what Pearl's problem is. But you couldn't even keep your ass up on that panel because you knew you were losing that argument, period. Well, Granny, I don't understand what the point is in saying, when we had our falling out with those particular 3 people, maybe Tragedy Pimps Exposed felt like she was on the fence and had, didn't know which way she wanted to roll. Like she didn't know which side she wanted to be on. No, she still continued being cool with both me and Queen. I thought. That was Cappy fully insinuating that we were part of working with TPE on this video, period. And it's like that, it was just super what I do with my lighter? It was just super unnecessary. How the fuck you bring us into it? We ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I know, Lady K, it makes. Hey, Center. Hey, Tim. Wolfie. Girl, you just walked in on a rant because somebody was trying to blame us. Yes. No, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to stop. We had this discussion on the Jerks yesterday. We need to stop tiptoeing around naming names. I'm having a rant because Queen Bee and Captain Napton couldn't shut the fuck up yesterday trying to blame Tragedy Pimps Exposed video on me, Deets on the streets, Deets on the motherfucking judgy streets, and Nunya. I didn't feel like Granny was blaming us at all. No, that wasn't even a part of it. All I'm pissed about is what happened on that panel. Because JP saying, oh, Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Why didn't you put the Dylan Rounds live up of Deets and Nunya and Jones and using catfish pictures at the beginning? You know what that did? What that did was set it off for what happened on Queen's Live yesterday. Whether that was JP's intentions or not, that's what it did. And it was just completely unnecessary. Hey, Truth Seeker. I don't either. I think it opened up great conversation. I think there were a few people. I don't think, let me tell you this. In my opinion, I don't think Granny, I don't think Nonsense, and I don't think Duchess belonged in that video. Period. I don't. But that's my opinion. That's my views. And I understand that TPE, Tragedy Pimps Exposed, has her own views and her own opinions. Would I put them in there? Fuck no. Would I have been pissed if I was put in there with the likes of Dolly Bullhorn, Betty, T-Rev 757? Fuck yes, I would have been. I would have been angry. I think her point was to open up the discussion for the hashtags. This is what I gathered from it. Her opinion on hashtags, hashtagging victims and their parents we shouldn't do that. That's her opinion. Attacking the parents of a victim, we shouldn't get mad at other people for doing it if we're going to do it ourselves. I've done it. I know Granny's done it. Nonsense has done it, because you do get caught up. And I get that. And we've all taken accountability for that, at least us three. And then the other thing was she doesn't understand why Duchess reviews the interviews that the parents go on panel and give. And she feels like that just continues to put out misinformation. But me, I feel like it continues to correct, not put out misinformation, but it's gonna put it on the forefront for more people to just continue to talk about it. So she feels like it's just gonna continue to add to the stuff replaying these interviews. I feel like it's good to replay the interviews. It's necessary to correct the misinformation. It's necessary to go back. Now, I don't think you should go back over and over and over and over, but that's her opinion, and she's allowed to have that. It does. Hashtag overload. Yep, it does work against the creator. Yeah, and I think that was her problem center. I've been there, done that. I've been a part of this community calling out these motherfuckers and feeling like a hypocrite because I wasn't calling my own friend out. That was the whole reason for the fucking meltdown stream in May 2023. That was the whole reason. So I get her feeling like, okay, I'm calling these people out, but I'm also seeing my friends do this shit. That does make you feel like a hypocrite. Oh, no, 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 no. Why would you put Sebastian's name in a title where you're talking about Dick Talk Tony's peen slip? Why would you do? I don't look at hashtags either. You know what? I use them, but I don't view them. That's what I said last night. I use them, but don't view them. Hey, Granny. Granny Bassmaster. I forgot we got two grannies in here. It's absolutely exploitation. And I think that's what Tragedy Pimps Exposed was trying to say, is that maybe we're not realizing we're calling out people for exploiting these victims, but sometimes we can teeter the line of exploiting those victims ourselves, and that's absolutely true. And if you're not willing to realize and self-reflect, then you're just going to stay being a piece of shit. That's not on me, that's not on you, that's not on anybody else but them. My whole problem was I see what TPE was trying to do with that video. I don't think it was executed as well. Like I feel like I was kind of lost in some of it, but I understand what she was trying to do. Look at the conversations it's allowed. You know, I love open conversations like this. They're absolutely necessary. No, I haven't either, Penny. I've never searched a hashtag ever. Is exploitation keeping screenshots for 3 years? See, I've heard a few people say that it's weird that TPE still has screenshots from 3 years ago. I didn't realize they were from 3 years ago. But when I talked to her, she said she was just moseying through her um iCloud or whatever, and she was going through them and was like, you know what? I should make a video of this. It did, Granny. It did. It opened up for conversations, but it caused some chaos as well. That's why I say, like, I get what she was trying to do. Yeah, I agree, MJ's Wolfie. That's what I said. The only thing, like, if she would have put me in that video, I said numerous times I probably should have landed my ass in that video because I have fucked up too. And if I did land in that video, I wouldn't be mad at anything except the fact that I would be lumped up next to them. That's what I would have been mad about. I can't listen. I don't use cloud. I don't use cloud. So all my shit stays on my phone. So there's no way I can hold screenshots for very long. That's why if I get them, I gotta upload them to my computer because there's just no way. My storage don't work that way. Ooh, that sucks, eh, Matt? Okay, Nomad. Thanks for being here, love. Yeah, I feel like a divide isn't necessary. Queen Bella says, "Can we all just stay in our lane? Use that scrolling finger." Absolutely, and that's what we should do. Like, I don't fuck with Queen, but I still listen to her streams sometimes. I don't fuck with Savage, but I still listen to Savage's streams sometimes. And I don't go for either one of them unless they come for me first. But I feel like it's just like, let's coexist. Let's be cordial. We're all in the same community. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to braid each other's hair. We don't have to give out best friend bracelets. Just be cordial. Coexist. That's it. I agree. And ain't none of us gonna find a child. And I think that was some of the reason that TPE brought up the cash cow hashtag that Queen does. Queen stands on it, and I get her reasons for using it. But I think the problem is for some people, it's like, how can you attack Molly, MGL, for saying that about Summer? And then you continue, now you're using it. It's kind of hypocritical. It's like, because she was part of that. She was part of calling MGL out about the cash cow statement. You should look through them, Center. You're gonna end up with a video like TPE because that's it seems like that's what she was doing. She was just going through her cloud. And she was like, you know what? I should make a video of all these screenshots I got. And see, KDB, I wouldn't know because I don't watch that. Like, I don't look for that as much. Like, I pay attention to like thumbnails and clickbait. I don't really often check who's tagged or what hashtags are used. KDB says TP has also tagged victims in her drama lives and videos, like Marvon McCrae, Gannon making fun of his stepmom. So reflection is needed for herself before she passes it around. I agree. We all need to reflect. I absolutely agree. Right, OG London girl? I've been finding myself in the Gypsy Rose community. The I've been watching Hello Starlight, watching the Gypsy Rose coverage. I have found myself in the Maybay community. I'm all over the place. Deets goes to the lawn care community and some knitting community. I think, and I do think intentions matter, Callie. I do. Kelly says, I really think most of us are here for the same reason, and that's to help. It's just there's no rules to this. That's right. We have to figure it out as we go. We all are learning as we go and hopefully striving to use common sense at the same time. And that comes back to the reflection. Like if you question yourself on something, take a minute and ask yourself why you're questioning yourself on it. Doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just take that time to reflect on it. That's it. I know. I know. The narrow boats community. Oh my god. I've been following Maybay for years, LA, but you know what? I stopped watching her for a while. So then when I watched her on YouTube the other day, I'm like, damn, she got a whole new wife. She done kicked Chosen and Ivan out. Like, Jesus Christ. I know. It was Tony that sent that super chat, not Seth. I know, and people are upset that I that some of us don't focus on hashtags. I'm sorry, but in the big scheme, the big realm of things, I'm not worried about the hashtags. I'm more worried about the thumbnails that say, body found with an arrow pointing to Sebastian. That's what I'm more concerned about. All right. So, anyways, have your opinions. Let TP have her opinions. You ain't got to hate her for it. You can just disagree and keep it moving and keep my name out y'all's motherfucking mouths over there, please, at the Hive. I'd appreciate it very much. So, now we are going to go over Betty's the Lulu rant this morning. Y'all, that shit pissed me off. Like, it triggered me so bad. I don't know. I can tell you why, because she was trying to talk soft, y'all. She has changed her whole personality because because she's got this protective order coming down on her ass. um, so let's do this. Oh no, hold on. All right, so yeah, I think she's in the hotel bed. I'm not sure, but just in case.
Welcome to Bedtime Stories with Bullhorn Betty.
All right. Here we go. Y'all ready for this? Nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna put her on 1.5. Just well, actually, I'll put her on 1.25.
Just shortly, so I'll just wait for a few people to get in.
Do y'all hear this shit? Y'all hear this?
Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's been a
Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's been a wild week.
wild ride here. I can tell you that. There's been a lot of flooding, if not more. So I hope everybody's doing well out there, especially in Florida. So I'm just going to wait for a few people because we're going to go over. I know a lot of people have reached out to me related to the Jennifer Coffindaffer.
Listen, bitch, you ain't fooling nobody. We know what you're doing. The same way you was country as fuck when you came up here to Tennessee because you was dealing with a bunch of country creators. Don't mean shit. You are a chameleon. You kind of just try to fade in and you try to change yourself.
Show last night or yesterday or something like that, where she had Josh.
So apparently Jennifer Coffindaffer, I can never say her name. Apparently she had an interview with some guy named Josh, and she was getting his opinions on the Sebastian Rogers case and also his opinions on Bullhorn Betty.
Josh Shipperon, which is an attorney. I believe he used to be a judge at some point as well. I'm not sure about his history too much. I didn't look into him all that much.
Y'all, when I tell y'all this triggered me this morning, it triggered me. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going to listen because I'm going to hear what she's saying. But I was like, oh God, I hope Granny goes live. I hope she goes live and covers this because I want to talk some mad shit. When I seen Granny didn't have a live set up, I was like, fuck. Now I got to do this shit really bugged me.
But you know what he did say, first of all, he wasn't really familiar. I mean, he's familiar about me, but he's not familiar about this particular case or the information related to this particular case, because he did say some critical things in his commentary that people want to overlook because they only want to go with the narrative that they are wanting to drive. He was speaking generally with certain laws and everything like that, generally, not specifically with me or.
This is her trying to bullshit. This is her trying to trick her people. Like, even, and she's up, the volume is up as loud as it goes, y'all. For real. That's why it set me off. Because it's like, no, you are not coming out here being two-faced as fuck, changing your whole personality because you know the courts is finna be watching you. You know that. And that's exactly why she's doing this. Acting like she's got some good goddamn common sense. She ain't got no common sense.
My case, just to inform people, he said something very specific closer to the end of that live, and that was they cannot get an order of protection without showing a pattern.
She's not at her mom's yet. She's still out of town. You know, bobbing and weaving, dodging the what you call it, the protective order
behavior. And even though he was talking in general, probably because people have already spoke to him, probably got in his ear, oh, good morning, River, about who I am and what I do, which is, you know, their opinion of me. They're entitled to their opinion of me, but I'm not entitled to my opinion of the Proudfoots. Love that. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that
at the end of the day,
was in Hendersonville 2 days. 2 days. That's it.
Bitch, if you ain't worried about this protective order, why are you still on here looking raggedy and as hell? Stress the fuck out. Like, girl, if you ain't worried about it, take your ass to Sumner County, Hendersonville, wherever it is. Be like, hey, I was told this is going on. What's up? Get your paperwork and keep it pushing. But you are stressing it because you have been talking about this every single day.
And specifically for filming. 2 days specifically for filming, never spoke to anybody in or around their community.
Can we get a skirt? Hold up. Thank you so much, Melissa J. Let's play George twerking to break this up.
Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Move that ass. Let the right go work that ass. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
That's associated with them or otherwise. So what Josh actually stated was there has to be a pattern of behavior. There is none here.
There is no pattern of behavior. Well, it depends on which way. Let's let her keep talking. Never mind. Let me shut the fuck up and let her keep talking.
2 days of me filming does not constitute stalking, does not constitute harassment, does not constitute a damn thing. It constitutes me going out there and doing my job from a public place, no different than if a news crew set up their cameras and filmed their front of their house, period. At the end of the day, they have not a leg to stand on. This is one of the most clean cases that I think I've covered A lot of people sat there and enticed and antagonized the first trip, saying I was going there to protest. And I specifically said over and over and over again, I'm not talking to anybody there. I'm there to film. I'm there to post flyers. I'm there to get my work done. So, with that being said, I did just that. I did everything.
That's exactly right, Fragile. She's screwed already. They have already looked at her videos. She's used third parties to surveil them. She's gone to gas stations to see when Chris was there. Went to the RV park, to his job, his house. Says they are murderers. Absolutely. She's fucked herself already.
I said I was going to do. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't even see Chris or Katie. Definitely not stalking them. Okay. Stalking is a pattern of behavior. I've been to the community one time.
Okay, so she keeps bringing up this pattern of behavior. The pattern, it depends on what the court looks at as a pattern. Are they going to look at her visits to Tennessee and see if there's a pattern of visits to Tennessee, or are they going to look at this bitch as a whole? Because Betty, if they look at you as a whole, you got some problems. And I know Chris and Katie have all the stuff that you did to Don and Candace, all the stuff you did to Billy Joe Howell. They have all of your bullshit. They have the chief of Savannah. They have what he said about you. That is a pattern, boo-boo kitty.
For 2 days. I just want to make sure that that's in everybody's, upstairs noggin, because Josh specifically stated they cannot get a protective order without a pattern of behavior. And everybody keeps looking that over, right? They hear all this other stuff that if I had done this or this or this, then yes, I'm in trouble. But I didn't. That's the beautiful thing. So Josh actually helped me, not hindered me, because he specifically stated there that it has to be a pattern of behavior, which goes back to the fact that Katie and her in-laws lied. And not only lied, but lied under oath. By the way, guys, don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. We're going to be discussing this a little bit more. Jennifer Coffendaffer, I do respect her. I've come up to bat for her while she was being attacked by people online maliciously. She's a former FBI agent. She has my utmost respect. But I would have preferred her correcting some information for Josh, because at the end of the day, hey Pebbles, oh my gosh, it's nice to see you, my love. I hope everything's going well with you. Actually, let me change this.
Let me cut the subtitles on. Don't move, Tristan. You just stay your ass right there. Let me put the closed captions on. Okay.
I know we have a lot of new people here, but due to the
Let me
level of
take the
trolls,
comment
there's
down.
zero tolerance for trolls in this chat. And because of the topic of conversation, for those that are just here, it's a privilege to be in my chat. So you guys have to wait 5 days if you're new to this channel. I apologize for that, but it just makes you work for it. You get a little skin in the game before you're able to communicate here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. We're going to do this moving forward. I think this is the best strategy moving forward to keep tamper down the trolls and the misinformation on this channel. The Real Me Too, good morning, my love. Good morning. So again, I want to say that everybody's running with the story that they think is going to be a winner chicken dinner. Oh my God, Betty's in so much trouble. No. If you go back and listen to him, one, he was uneducated in the information specifically about this case.
Now she's talking about a dude that is a judge, a retired judge.
Plain and simple. He was just, he had no, if you go listen to him, he knows about me, but he doesn't know the specificity of this case. And at the end of the day, when he gets to the end, what did he say? He specifically said there is no possibility of them being able to get a protective order, restraining order, or anything else without proving a pattern of behavior. It's going to be very difficult for Katie, Chris, their in-laws to meet that burden, because you can't justify me being there specifically for filming for 2 days as stalking, especially when I can prove I was only in the community.
Well, you got you going to his work, going by our house 4 times, talking about your night vision, talking about their floor plan of the house. Let's see. Talking about buying a pew-pew, confronting Terry Bowersocks in the middle of the road. Talking about bringing your machete next time you come up there. Yeah, I think they have every fucking thing they need for a protective order against your ass.
Literally 2 days. I was in the community 2 days in Hendersonville. Then I went to Clarksville. Then I came back and went to Gallatin and White House. If you guys remember very clearly my schedule. I did nothing. I knocked on. He is 100%. He is for you 100%. I don't.
And honestly, if she really felt like she did nothing wrong, she wouldn't continue to talk about it. It's been a day in, day out, her trying to defend herself and make up excuses for herself. No, bitch, you know you did wrong, and that's why you can't shut the fuck up about it. Otherwise, you would just keep it moving, doing your own damn thing, and you can't do it because you know you're guilty of sin.
No, he doesn't seem like he has a good palate for Bullhorn Betty, if you ask me. It sounds like somebody had gotten in his ear. But when I heard him speaking in generality, I could agree with him in generality. But when they specifically started,
We're in trouble, Mac. I'm in trouble. What am I in trouble for? Yeah, creating a hate mob. That's right, Granny. And inciting her viewers that are in that area to keep their eyes on them. And I mean, come on, man, this is not okay.
talking about me, you could hear kind of that he thinks that I've been stalking them, which it couldn't be further from the truth. He didn't understand this wasn't a restraining order. This is an ex parte protective order. She did not have to proffer any documentation whatsoever to get that protective order. All she had to do was simply allege she felt threatened for her life, which was a lie, because when she felt threatened for her life, it was 30 days after I had been in the community, and I haven't been back to that community.
It was because you were talking about going back to that community, not only going back to the community, but the what's it called? Reciprocity. What is it? Whatever, where you can carry your pew pew state to state. She talked about that. She talked about taking the machete with her when she went back. Girl.
Furthermore, if they were feeling so threatened for their life, why did they wait until I advertised this gathering of voices before they started filing these bullshit protective orders? You know, we just have to look at this because, again, we have now an
Right,
attorney that
Cash?
has stated on the record that there needs to be a pattern of behavior. There is none. There is none, right? 2 days does not constitute a pattern of behavior. You did absolutely nothing that would even make anyone feel some type of way. These people are crazy. I feel so bad for you, BHB. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. It's been, at the end of the day, it has been very stressful. I won't lie to you guys about that. Dealing with all this bullshit is a lot. But it was brought on because these hate channels are trying to hurt me, right? And they somehow put this in their mind that this was a good idea, which it's not. It's already backfired on them. Like they are wanting to.
And again, the hate channels are being blamed for Chris, Katie, and the Bower Sox taking out protective orders on her. No, bitch. Use another one that has a problem with a mirror up at your face. Use is a whole nother one. Like, hello, self reflection, accountability. Who are you?
Keep their situation hush hush, and now it's splattered on all
Hey,
social
twin thing.
media and national media at this point. So, and not only that, oh hey, Mr. and Mrs.
Hey,
Carbone,
Grandma
and
Sherry.
Mr. and Mrs. E. I didn't
Hey,
realize
Laura.
I was subbed up to their channel until yesterday. A big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. E. They're one of the sweetest people I think I've ever met, and
Mr. and Mrs. E, who she's shouting out right now, are two of the people she's got watching Chris and Katie.
No offense, Brian and Krista, your guys are pretty cool too, right? But they are so sweet. You guys are all so sweet. And I met, they can tell you, I can definitely produce where I was because I did meet several people while I was in the Gallatin area that I met, sat down with, had a conversation with, talked to them about, sat and drank coffee with them, belly to belly. And I can tell you the furthest thing from our mind was stalking the Proudfoots. Okay. Again, I have a lot of information, a lot of evidence on my side, while they have literally nothing in their feelings. And he said it really matters about how they feel. They lied under oath, and Josh needs to be well aware that they lied under oath. Their feelings of me living in Florida and talking on my channel is some type of harassment to them. If that was the case, harassment's a legal definition. Okay.
She struggles to understand it's all of her actions in one. She thinks that this is just because of her opinion. Get the fuck out of here, Betty. It all adds up. It all comes together as one little ball of bullshit from you.
Legal definition, a criminal one. There's nothing I did that was a crime. what they may have, and of course that's up for interpretation, and they'd have to sue here in Florida, is some type
Yep,
of
that's
civil
right,
action,
Penny.
definitely not criminal.
Good
And
morning,
I'm eager to vote
Stonefly.
for their civil action here in the state of Florida. But at the end of the day, they're going to have a civil action in the state of Tennessee at some time in the future. Once the information is brought forth before a judge, if it's not thrown out on its face on Thursday, which we need to be praying that it is, that this
I pray and I ask for everybody else in my chat, even if you don't pray, pray for this one time, for this sake, pray that this shit goes through and stays as an order against her.
judge has some type of scruples. But I've also heard from some of the people in the area that have reached out to me and said that the protective
Twin
order
thing
that they
said, "You're
typically,
cooked,
if I'm not there,
Betty."
will extend
Like
it,
that. Never mind.
or reschedule the hearing. But the way I'm reading is they have to show just cause. Now I don't know if the person is going to show that just cause or not, or if the judge is going to require just cause to extend it. We're going to have to find out, because they may not have to produce anything, and because I wasn't properly served, it just automatically extended. But the judge may also ask them questions, very pointed questions, and if that's the case, they will not have anything to support their allegations
Oh, but they do.
that rise to the level that the courts need. So at
But
the end
they
of the day, no
do.
matter how we look at this will eventually go away. They're not going to be able to retain this protective order. There's not enough information here for that. You can't say that somebody can't come in and film. I mean, I was out in front of Gabby Petito's. We had the French news, the European news. They literally drove.
And they made a law there because of that, because of you. And you think that's going to work in your favor? You're a dumb hoe. You're a dumb hoe, period.
To get their shots 15 times or more to get certain angles of the laundry house. So
I
this was
agree, Granny.
actual media from around the world, including News Nation, including Fox, including CNN. It seems awfully funny that media, certain media is allowed, or according to certain lawyers, allow these privileges, but other media is not allowed these privileges.
I mean, I don't know the last time I heard any Fox News, CNN, News Nation calling suspects straight out murderers. I and they're not even suspects. They're not cleared, but they're not suspects. They're just there. I don't think I've ever heard them tell somebody that actually News Daddy. Have y'all ever seen News Daddy Brian Enton get out of his car, stop traffic, and yell at somebody? Have y'all ever seen that? Because I haven't. Like, hello, girl. She is literally comparing herself to top news reporters.
I would say, maybe criminal law is his suit. Constitutional law, probably not. Yes, you can be held accountable for your freedom of speech, but I made sure that my freedom of speech is my opinion, and it has been well versed on this channel that these things are my opinion based upon the facts that we have. So again, oh hey Becky, it's nice to see you. Wolf,
Right,
nice
Granny?
Oh, we've got Emma, our beautiful crime stories up in the house. Gwen, it's nice to see you. Our beautiful chaos, our beautiful Steffers, the original coffee.
Yay! Hello, Poetic Justice. I'm glad
nice
you're
to see you
here.
as well. I love seeing you guys up in the house. For all the other people that I've missed,
You better
of course,
come back,
Lisa
girl.
Laura, it's nice to see you all here. Good morning, Sylvia. So those are the things. I know people are going to run with whatever story they're going to run with because it's their narrative to trash and bash Bullhorn Betty, blah, 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 which we've dealt with. Obviously Josh hasn't watched that for the last 3 years, but everybody here that's tuned in has. So I'm not.
Just your people, babe. Just your people.
Everybody's trying to make me worry about this. Dude, I look worried. I'm stressed out because of the nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're. Yeah, bitch, you're stressed out.
That's a difference than being worried about the result of this action. At the end of the day, they do not have the proof necessary to show that I was stalking. You cannot say that somebody coming in specifically for filming and filmed from a public roadway.
I don't know, Fragile.
In and around that entire community, not just their home. You can't say that's stalking. You can't say that's harassment. I talked to no neighbors. I knocked no doors. I bothered no one. And that is what's necessary. And it's not even if I.
You threatened to pee in another creator's yard. Like, literally, let that sink in. What kind of nasty bitch? And y'all know I pop a squat. If I got to, I show as hell will. But what kind of nasty bitch thinks to go and pee in a creator's yard? That's so weird.
it would be a repeated behavior after being told not to. These people have never even told me not to contact them because I've never even contacted them. You see what I'm saying?
Grandma Sherry, hold me. It is, Granny. It is. She's spiraling for sure, Sativa.
So I was very happy that Josh did, because I think if he wouldn't have made those last statements, it would have not have had the impact that it did. But because he says there's no way they can get a protective order without showing a pattern of behavior, he didn't realize.
Go Bulldogs. I don't know. I'll tell you why she's trying to act professional. And by act, that's exactly what I mean. She knows that they are watching her shit and that they're going to be able to use anything. They've already got all the stuff from before the protective order was served or not served, but acknowledged. So obviously they're going to keep watching her channel to see, if she continues to spew hate and the vile shit she's been spewing. And I don't know. It's like she woke up today and was like, "Let me try to be professional. Let me talk very quiet." Even people in her chat ask her about why she's so quiet.
This is ex parte. They didn't produce a damn thing to get that protective order, and the fact that they're never going to be able to say that
they have it all. She's done
for 2 days. That's it. And I've never been back since. Have I been?
Yes, you have. You were there for 2 days and then you just went back. Are you kidding me? And then you're planning on going back again with your machete in tow.
The Tennessee area? Yes, I have, but I haven't been to the Hendersonville, Tennessee area. Good morning. Oh, Michelle, it's nice to see you. Hey, Vita.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't. I considered that too for a second, Kate. Like, is it because she's in a hotel room and she doesn't want to bother maybe other people that are around her? But that's not it. She don't give a fuck about other people, period. So all I could deduce from this is she's putting on a show. She's putting on a show. And honestly, it triggered me as soon as I clicked in and heard her whispering, I was pissed.
Believe the court would allow child unalivers to it. They have no choice. These people went in and filled out a legal document. So in the court's eyes, they've got to take the legal document in the best possible light for the person. It's my responsibility as the respondent to respond appropriately. The problem is that I have not been properly served. I've had no contact with any.
You think she's at her mom's? That's her mom's picture? You talking about that one in the background? This one? How you know it's her mama's picture? Have you seen it before?
Type of official in any way to advise me of my rights or provide me my paperwork. I have not been properly served. And until I'm properly served, I'm not required to be there. So why are we being so quiet today? I don't know.
Listen, why are we being so quiet today? I don't know. She ain't even got an answer for it because she ain't finna tell y'all she's putting on a fucking show.
People can take photos anywhere that they can. They absolutely, and that's what I disliked about this whole Josh. I wish he was
Music City Mom says ain't no hotel gonna have that ugly picture on the wall.
Abreast of just a little.
Maybe she is at her mama's.
More information, and not only that, but even Sebastian Rogers' case, he didn't seem like he knew about it, but he didn't seem like he actually.
She said, "I don't know."
That interview, he was talking out of both sides of his mouth, to be honest with you, which I understand because he's, obviously trying to. He's saying one thing and they turn around and said another, and I'm like, okay. So it was like it was a little funny, how he was doing it. I'm like, did he just say that? And then like a few minutes later, he's like, oh well, this, and I'm like, what? So I can't remember what it was, but I think it was about the he calls them citizen journalists. I don't think he even knows my background. Truth
in a can is not Betty, y'all. It's okay, y'all.
He's like, oh, they have no ethics. Dear, I've got insurance. I've been in this. He doesn't even know I used to run investigations for law firms. Like this.
Oh, now she ran investigations for law firms, but previously she was only a clerk. Oh my God. It's kind of alarming though, because I do feel like Betty needs like legit help. And I usually don't like to put mental illness on people, but I feel like there's something here. There's there's something that needs to be worked on. If you go look at Betty when she was outside the laundries to now, it's insane how much she has spiraled. Her looks, her attitude, everything. Bitch ain't even got a tan no more. Go to the beach, Betty. Go to the beach. You live right there. What are you doing? Take care of yourself. Instead, you're so focused on all this other shit, and it's solely because you this is your income. Maybe find another income and do this on the side. I don't know. It's crazy.
To who I am or what my expertise or what kind of work I do in the slightest. You know, I was number one, 72%.
Pearl, the whispering is as ridiculous as the tiny blonde girl's slip of a thing routine that she pulled about the police when she was pulled over. Yeah, it is. It's absurd, right?
Yeah, well, it's nice to see you. 72 in Pennsylvania. I won't tell you where I'm at, but I can tell you it's not that nice or pretty. It's tulips in the house. It's nice to see you, my love. And a big shout out to Merle's mom. Who else? Lisa B. Always. I think she's been keeping me up to date. Who else has been keeping me up to date in my if I missed something, I
Mm-hmm.
know some of you guys have been really keeping me up to date on the comings and goings of these other creators and what they're saying and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, the best strategy for these other hate channels is just unsubscribe and don't engage. Honestly, hey Serenity, it's nice to see you. I quit watching the interview with Josh because he was clueless. Exactly, totally clueless about the whole situation. I love his cat. His cat was pretty. You know, I love his glasses. I got to be honest with you. And I think he's very knowledgeable. I just wish he would have, before he came on Jennifer Coffindaffer's channel, just done, a bare minimum of research on the case. That would have been, I think that would have been more impactful. But he didn't even seem like he prepared for that interview. He was just, going off of his whatever she was asking, he was answering it based on his experience, not based on the relevant information of the case. That was the crux that I got out of it. I think the man's knowledgeable and everything like that, but I would like him, especially a defense attorney. Like, why wasn't he talking about the defense of these horrible allegations? That really, I
These horrible allegations. Why wasn't he defending me about these horrible allegations? Bitch, shut
felt
up.
like took away from him and his reputation of being this good defense attorney because he should have been
Hey,
talking about the
Nursey.
defense. But it seems like he was catering more to
Thanks for joining, love.
try to get Katie and Chris's business than he was anybody else's. I'm sorry, it just seemed like that. He's like, oh, well, Katie and Chris should do this, and Katie and Chris should do that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
are you trying to get it plugged in so you can get their money? Or I mean, what's the deal over here?
Did y'all hear that? Let's rewind that.
Doing more to try to get Katie and Chris's business that felt like took away from him and his reputation of being this good defense attorney because he should have been talking about the defense. But it seems like he was catering more to try to get Katie and Chris's business than he was anybody else's. I'm sorry, it just seemed like that. He's like, oh, well, Katie and Chris should do this, and Katie and Chris should do that. Like, are you trying to get it plugged in so you can get their money? Or I mean, what's the deal over here?
No, Betty, not everybody's a greedy skank like you. Come the fuck on. Now she's saying his input on what Chris and Katie should do. He has Chris and Katie's side over this whole thing with Betty, and she is mad about it. No, he is not trying to get her money. He is well off to do himself. You are the only skank ass, ratchet ass hoe. Well, not the only, because we all know lawsuit. But you are the only one that is out here to get Chris and Katie's money. And it's weird. You little greedy gremlin.
Rodney, Rachel, oh, Jules, I miss you, Jules. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. But I'm glad he made the statements he did at the end because I think the statements
That's
at the
right,
end sealed
Granny.
the deal. At the end of the day, they do have, like I have been telling you guys for the last since we found out about this. When did we find out about this? Wednesday evening last week. So we were coming right up on maybe a week now that we've learned of this BS, and it sounds like it just sounds like he was not abreast of the information. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Silver's video, April citing. you know, it's hard for me to.
Oh, right here she's talking about that silver guy that Nonsense was talking about. Oh shit. Damn it. Sorry, y'all.
I went ahead and sent. I know some people told me about Silver on the Scene and the sighting of Sebastian.
Silver on the Scene. I've never heard of this guy, but I did hear him referenced as the guy with the shovels. So, and I know Nonsense talked a little bit about it last night, and she's going to be doing more of an in-depth live on him today. So y'all make sure y'all go watch that.
So I sent that over to Tony this morning to see. But getting back to Josh and Jennifer's conversation, I thought Jennifer asked a lot of great questions in that interview. I just wish Josh would have been more informed, not only on the case but also on me. It sounds like he heard about me, but I don't think he has done any. And we know how people are; they trash me every opportunity they get. So it's like everybody gets a bad taste in their mouth from me, just from people commentating lies. And
yeah, it's not from you and your actions. Zero accountability, bitch. Zero. Everybody just hates you. Everybody doesn't want to give you a chance because of the haters commentating on you. It's not you, your words, your actions, your hatred. It's everybody else.
Perpetuating those lies around. Like, at the end of the day, I made no contact with anybody. I was there for 2 days, but somehow that constitutes me being a threat to their life.
Oh, interesting, Chopper. I'll have to look into that.
And stalking. If that was the case, every single news media outlet out there would be with a protective order. Literally. Just saying. The whole thing is insane. It is insane. Hey, Mental Loss. It's nice to see you. Sarah, there's nobody named Bullhorn. You should really stop admitting you know about the court date. You don't have to be. That's bull. You know what? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. And you need to probably go and read the law. At the end of the day, I'm not properly served. They have no jurisdiction over me until I'm properly served. Period. That's the law.
Oh my God, that's the best way to explain her. There you go. That is the best sum up of Betty. She's Ernie Lightning Tiger 2.0. Absolutely, I agree with that. I agree. And I've been right there with you, Granny. Like, I think when she's, behaving the way she's behaving right now, she deserves everything that goes at her. When she's not, people need to leave her alone.
Good morning, True Crime Addict.
But did y'all hear her bring up the news again, saying that if this protective order was going to go anywhere, like, the news agencies would have to be hit with protective orders as well? Like, no, bitch.
Mick, it's nice to see you. Or T Fallout. Jill's prayer for your speedy and complete. Oh, it's right. You weren't feeling it. Did you have something done? Did I forget about you're just recovering from major surgery? Aw. Having surgery is somebody that lady is not a good lady at all. She looks, yeah, somebody that has no problem. She's so snooty, and she looks down upon people. That lady is not a good lady.
She's talking about Katie Proudfoot.
At all. None of them are, as you can tell. They do underhanded, dirty shit, and they lie under oath. If you have not been properly served, you don't show up, the court has no personal jurisdiction over you, and you can't enter a judgment against you. The case can be continued to another court date. Exactly. So that's going to be, thank you, Steffers. And let me ask you, Steffers, do you have a license in law? You probably don't. I bet you used Google and went out there and actually got yourself informed instead of, like I said, in the world of Google and internet, ignorance is a choice. And I would suggest people, instead of listening to these felon channels, to start listening and learning from legal channels, because there has to be.
There was something. Now, I used Google the other day too. Let me go look, because I used Google the other day too, and I seen, let's see, I looked up specifically ex parte order of protection in Tennessee. Okay, so in Tennessee, an ex parte order of protection, also known as a temporary protection order, is a short-term court order that protects victims of domestic abuse, stalking, or sexual assault from further harm. The order can prohibit the alleged abuser from contacting or coming near the victim and can be issued without the abuser's knowledge. The authorities will notify the abuser if a TPO is granted, but there must be a hearing within 15 days after the abuser is served with the order. The thing is, she's been dodging the service, but she has not once, not twice, not 3 times, but more than 10 times has acknowledged this TPO. So, just saying, Betty.
Things called standing, and in a place called
Hey, shopaholic.
When you're alleging stalking, you have to have a pattern of behavior. Like QB follows me everywhere. Her people follow me everywhere. I can literally produce evidence after evidence of them nonstop, following me around online, offline. We've got like literally.
Oh, she's saying Queen Bee's got people following her offline? What? That ain't true. Stop.
Paper trail out the butt for the last 3 years, not only with law enforcement, but everything else.
I know, it's scary, ain't it, Granny?
And so there is a pattern of behavior for her. You've got 2 years of a pattern of behavior for her. These people have 2 days. There's a big, huge, wide open difference.
I don't fuck with Queen, but I know better. And I also know, I think that people probably watch, like Queen's people probably watch for Betty's actions on the internet, but I don't think they're going in chats and stalking and harassing her. I don't think Queen has anybody in real life checking in on this bitch. No. Just because your brain works that way, Betty, and you like to do that kind of shit, don't mean everybody else does.
Wide open difference. Good morning. You made a news break. You're doing something right. I'm on my way to see my babies at the kidnapping center. Okay. You know what? It's funny because everybody says that. I've talked to so many. There's been social workers that have quit because they.
Oh, probably, Kayla. I wouldn't doubt it.
Feel like this whole thing is BS. With them taking the kids and not having proper reasons to do so. They can serve it. They can, but they have that newspaper thing requires 2 weeks. Sika, you should again, please go educate yourself because you're looking very foolish in here with people that have legal minds. I'm just letting you know. And not only that, they're required to have a court order to do so. Okay, just saying. Woke up this morning with Timu Soprano on my. It's not direct knowledge. She knows. Look it up. Yeah, exactly. You must be served with a summons and a copy of whatever complaint petition that was filed against you. Until then, you do not have to go to court and no judgment can be entered against you. Thank you, Stuffers. KP and CP came to YouTube asking for the public's help. Now they didn't buy the BS and they're going to run and get restraining orders on BHB. That is crazy. That's exactly what they did. I did everything that they've asked of social media. Keep their son's name out there, post flyers, I didn't fly drones over their house. I didn't knock on any of their doors. I didn't knock on our neighbor's door. I literally came in there, did my filming from a public roadway quietly, and posted flyers and took my audience around to show the work that we did. That was to the extent of what we did out there. I mean, it's, again, all published. You guys are more than welcome to go back and look. I want to see the governor of Tennessee to quit. No, something needs to happen in Tennessee. Is your volume low? It might be low. I don't know. Oh, it is. Hold on a second. Can you guys hear me better now? I don't know if it affects.
Look at her faking.
I didn't know that. Hey.
Look at her faking like she knows it ain't her mic. In a little bit, y'all will see when she's asked about it again, she raises her voice, but acts like she cuts the volume up on the phone.
Crazy mood. It's nice to see you. Forensics got some panic. Forensics got some panicking. You asked for help. Why not serve the father who we saw circle you? Yeah, but see, the problem is I even have that documented. You guys got to remember, I called the law. As soon as I was back at my hotel, I called the law. That's all documented. Every bit of that's documented. You know what I'm saying? So I even have a paper trail of all of that. They don't.
Oh, but they do.
Gotta remember, I called the cops and filled out 2 sets of paperwork. I'm on body cam 2 separate times while I was there for the shenanigans that was going on with Christopher and his family and the YouTuber that he's been.
No, girl, that don't work in your favor. I guarantee that will not work in your favor.
That he hired to attack me. I think.
Oh, he hired. He hired. So now she's saying Chris Proudfoot hired Cluminati to attack her. And that she's got receipts for that. She is fluffing the fuck out of her community.
Your friendship? No, she's not. She's just she just nobody just wants to find this boy. That's it. Nobody wants to find this boy except Seth and all of us. Jerry.
I'm reading y'all's comments. I'm just not highlighting them because when I highlight them, you can't see the closed captions. So just know I see y'all.
He should save his cash for a dentist. They haven't had to pay anything. That's the other thing of this whole thing. They have, I guarantee, because it's free.
That's right, Granny.
Free. Remember, they won't spend a dime on their kid. I doubt they'll spend a dime on me. We'll see.
And she just keeps on talking. Keep on talking, you dumb hoe.
Do you have to file in person again? Forensic topic got some shook. Stay on it.
They are Queen Bella.
And you will push CP to talk, in my opinion. Possibly. Is the volume better? What if you were one that flew that damn drone over the house?
Look, did y'all see that? Listen.
It will push CP to talk, in my opinion. Possibly. Is the volume better? What if you were one that flew that damn drone over the house? They would try to charge you.
Y'all, she literally just raised her voice a little and pretended
on it. Step proudly, quietly, and you will push CP to talk, in my opinion. Possibly.
Look.
Is the volume better? What if you were one that flew that damn drone over the house? They would try to charge you.
You know how I know?
On it.
Because
step proudly.
If it was something with her phone, when she reached up and cut it up, it would have took action right away. Like it would have raised her volume immediately. Instead, her stupid ass reached up and did something and then asked, is my volume better? And then slowly it started getting louder.
Quietly, and you will push CP to talk, in my opinion. Possibly.
Look.
Is the volume better?
When she said, is the volume better? I'm sorry. I know this is such a tiny, minuscule thing, but it irks my soul. When she said, is the volume better? If what she did on her phone was what was actually taking care of the volume, when she said, is the volume better? It would have been better. Instead, it's like 2 seconds after that, it starts going up. It's because she's changing her, oh my God, her volume.
And you will push CP to talk, in my opinion. Possibly. Is the volume better? What if you were one that flew that damn drone over the house?
Look, now she went up. See what I'm saying? You are a delusional bitch. You are a delulu.
They threatened everybody else, and nobody else has backbone, so they cowered behind them and started. Oh well, let's go after.
I agree. Second chance.
Chris and Katie might be mean to them. Ready mode seems low. Not as mad as normal. That's because I'm perfectly confident that this is bullshit.
Okay, so then somebody says, it's the volume seems low. And the words aren't right here on the screen. Let's go back.
Mean to them. Betty, mode seems low.
Yeah, Betty, the mode seems low.
Not as mad as normal. That's because
not as loud as normal.
I'm perfectly confident that this is bullshit.
And that's her excuse.
Mean to them. Betty, mode seems low.
Betty, the mode seems low, not as loud as normal. And she says, that's because I'm perfectly confident. What the fuck does that got to do with the volume?
Not as mad as normal. That's because I'm perfectly confident that this is bullshit. KP has no case, and I want to make it crystal clear. Absolutely. Just going back into the hate channels, money, shaking my head. Yeah, Katie is definitely feeling the heat. That's what I'm thinking.
No, Betty. Katie ain't feeling the heat. Betty's feeling the heat.
Opinion channels talk about clickbait, blah, blah, yet make videos. In my opinion, many drove by, walked by.
And look, y'all, she's done lowered her volume again.
like you are on some topic. Yeah.
What a loon.
I hope
I
you see
know.
their asses off. Keep going to the news and making them look ridiculous. I am. I am. Like at the end of the day, all these little jitterbugs here on this platform have no earthly idea. Like they are literally jitterbugs.
She called us jitterbugs. I'd rather be a jitterbug than a delusional hoe, period.
When push comes to shove, you see where you
Do
see
y'all remember the jitterbug phones? Jitterbug, do, do, jitterbug.
who respects and who will help. You know, why would you say any mother
That's what
would
I
not want
said
you on your
earlier,
channel
Be
just join
Real.
since you're not a mother?
I said that exact thing. Like, if she was confident that she did nothing wrong, she would have found out about the protective order, spoke on it on her channel, and then moved on about her business. Instead, it's been day in, day out for a week now of her discussing this protective order. She is tripping.
Because her behavior says that. And I have a lot of mothers in here. Why don't you ask one of the mothers in here? Because as just like I didn't know anything about autism, I learned from the parents of people with autism. So I'd have to say that all the mothers in here that kind of constantly let me know that there's no way this lady cares, that kind of helps me formulate my opinion. But we know you're an idiot, so it doesn't really matter. Thanks for producing. I'm not even going to delete that comment because I think people need to see what idiots look like.
Oh, we see, Betty. We see.
I watched the channel last night going off. They gave me secondhand embarrassment. Hey, Crafty Chris, it's nice to see you. Who leaves their damn house when their child comes back home? If he really ran away, that's why, hippie. Exactly. Because we are mothers and we see it. Thank you, Michelle. There you go, hippie, dum-dum, idiot. Better go file a protective order. I'm harassing you, dum-dum, idiot. Here in the UK, a journalist was jailed for 5 years and 18 months for
So
stalking two
juvenile,
members of the
man.
BBC. He did was criticize their behavior on social media. Yeah, well, that's the UK. This is the United States. We don't have dictators. I'm sorry, but we don't have queens for life ruling over our land. We turn them out every 4 years. I'm not an idiot, but would much rather have a heart unlike you. Well, then good. Why don't you just leave? You don't need to be here, right? Are you an adult? I'd like to know if you're an adult. Because me, I don't watch any channel I can't stand. I don't watch, and I definitely don't. I'm not so narcissistic that I've got to go in there and condemn somebody like.
No, she did not just say she is not so narcissistic. No, she did not.
I just don't watch and I don't engage. But we know we have unhinged people like this hippie Denise. Why don't you go smoke a pipe?
Hippie Denise. And then she asked her, "Are you an adult? Are you a child?" No, you're the one that just called her dumb, stupid, dumb, idiot. You're the juvenile. And now she's saying, because her name's Hippie Denise, why don't you go smoke a pipe?
And move on. Sounds like you're a pipe smoker. Am I right about that? Hippie, cupcake? Better go get that restraining order. I'm harassing you.
Oh, she's creepy. Y'all watch that again.
Why don't you go smoke a pipe and move on? Sounds like you're a pipe smoker. Am I right about that? Hippie, cupcake? Better go get that restraining order. I'm harassing you.
Hippie cupcake? Oh my God.
Dumb, idiot. BHB have
Dumb
stepchildren
idiot.
and grandchildren. Yeah, I do. BHB is a mommy to a beautiful fur baby. I am. She's a gorgeous. I love her. I love her.
Oh,
You don't have to be a mother to identify right from wrong. Thank you, Dino. Who's your hippie KP? Never once even certain. Yeah, that's another thing. Did you see that guy's face, Josh, when he found out that they've done absolutely
did y'all hear her voice go up right there?
nothing? And he further said that they
Look.
deserve criticism if they're going out there and
Listen.
System against them. Did you guys hear that? See, I bet you those hate channels didn't pick up on all these things. Like I said, he was speaking in generality, but when he did get into specifics, it was not good for Chris and Katie. Just saying. If you listen, gotta open your ears and listen. I'm a mother and a grandmother. If someone I knew was missing, I'd be looking until I was not able to look any further. Yeah, you'd be doing what Seth is doing.
Now we're low again.
You'd absolutely be doing what Seth is doing. So I don't think Katie is the one with the needs. Well, you'll find out. I'm not going to argue with idiots. I will not argue with idiots.
I know, Tess, and she kept fiddling with her phone, acting like something she was doing on her phone was going to raise her voice. Bitch, you ain't fooling nobody but those low IQ subs of yours. Sorry, not sorry. But you literally got to have a low IQ to fall for these shenanigans that she does.
Especially ones that are usually felons and have nothing more than a high school education. Okay. I went to school.
Excuse me, bitch. I went to college. I was an EMT, a phlebotomist. Excuse me, ho.
The legal field. I worked for attorneys for years. I don't really care what your opinion is. Okay. I studied the law in Tennessee, especially over the last week, to find out what my rights are. Right. So I made sure that all my I's are crossed, all my T's are, or all my I's are dotted, all my T's are crossed. It doesn't really matter about your stupid opinion. It only matters about the court's opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, Penny. So if you have the word hippie in your screen name, you're a pipe smoker. Laugh out loud, dumb dumb.
I challenge the facts. Remember, even on Thursday, even if I didn't challenge the facts, I haven't been properly served. I am 100% confident once we get into this, it's going to be thrown out on its ass. Okay? And then what are these idiots going to say? Are you guys going to go attack them on the misinformation and the fact that they're clueless and the fact that they spreaded misinformation?
No, Avery.
Them for that? Are you going to keep supporting people
She's still
hiding
hiding
real life and causing problems in these criminal cases? Because I'm not causing any problems. I have not spoken to anyone. I haven't had witnesses on my channel. I haven't interfered in this case. Those are other people, including Queen Bee. Didn't she have witnesses on her channel, such as Katie and Chris? Right? So she's interfering, not me. I just want to point that out. Let's see how well you guys go over and inform her about her interference with a criminal investigation. Let me guess, you guys know, will you?
Well, to be fair, TPE just did that. I'm just saying.
All the BS that she and her friends come with. Bet you guys don't say nothing to her. I guarantee you don't say shit to her. But she definitely, and he even said, why are people interfering? Why are they interviewing witnesses? Right? Okay, I'm done with you. You're a fucking idiot. You don't deserve my channel. It is a privilege to be on this channel. I'm not going to argue with idiots. So if you were deleted,
she sounds like me getting onto my kids. It is a privilege to ride this here bus. I don't have to take you anywhere. Best believe that.
Really a fucking idiot. Just saying. I'm sure the police don't allow YouTube to influence their decisions. Of course not. Of course not. Welcome everybody. Oh, I am Teen Summer. I know you had surgery too. I remember somebody reached out to me. They were gathering of voices. I just started busting out laughing. I'm like, you realize there's like 60-year-old women that come to these gatherings of voices. I said, I don't think we have to worry about a riot.
Look at that. Oh, cringe. Cringe as fuck. Get it. Get a screenshot.
Isn't that hilarious? Can you imagine 60-year-old women, 60 and 65-year-old women?
It is purple haze. It absolutely is.
I can honestly say I've never personally seen a riot other than on TV, but I just thought it was funny when they sent me this. They're like, here's the riot act for Tennessee. And it's like, we're having cake and drinks. I don't know if we're going to be ready to riot.
100%, Granny.
We're a crazy bunch of kids, but I don't see any of us moving that quickly. I know I'm about turning 45 and my body feels like it's gone through a meat grinder. I'm not
Looks
really
like it too, boo.
like that. Okay, we'll go out there, wave some signs, get a little loud. Hey, ho, ho, we want to bring Sebastian home, right? But other than that, I don't foresee. Maybe a cake fight. There you go. We might have a cake fight in Sebastian's honor. I'm just joking. Yeah, my pet ever goes missing, I would definitely keep looking for my. Yes, I know. How can they stalk and follow you in front of police? But because they're dirty ass people. This is welcome to the Proudfits. Now you know why we're in the situation we're in, right? So, I had. What was crazy is I'll tell that story. We'll save that for after Thursday. What about Smiley and Duchess? They are impeding. You know what? I don't believe any of it's impeding, to be honest with you. We have a right to know, just like news. Everybody, this defense attorney wasn't making any damn sense. According to him, every single news media outlet has committed, felonies. You know, I don't just to say citizen journalist at this point, 4 years into this is my primary business. I don't think he knows my education. I don't think he knows anything about me. And quite frankly, I can argue
I think if he did, though, it would have been even worse. Uh-oh, I got a call. I'm gonna let this play.
at least bit of research about me or the situation. It's not really worth my time. I'll just take the information that he gave as pertinent. One is the fact that he was a little, some kind of way about them not doing anything for their son and putting this much effort into me. And he was also basically stating that there has to be a pattern of behavior for them to ever get a restraining order or protective order. So again, they haven't produced anything to a court. Once they produce it to a court, it's going to be thrown out on its ass. And all these people stirring up this crap behind, I hope, loses your subscription because they keep lying. We keep having to prove them wrong, and they keep getting more and more support for their lies. Watch it. Thank you, Michelle. You just got your free book. Don't forget to tell Michelle. Thank you. People up the top, I touch up. They block me. There you have it. It's a lot of keyboard warriors behind here. And I'm allowed to be a gossip journalist, an investigative journalist. I'm allowed to be a political activist, advocate, protester. I'm allowed those rights. They are given to me under the Constitution. What I'm not allowed to do is intentionally and willfully harm somebody with lies. The stuff that I'm saying are my opinions.
She just said that's what she's not allowed to do. You just fucked yourself right there too, Betty, because that's exactly what you've been doing.
If people don't like them, they can change the channel. But what they don't get to do is silence my commentary. Not even that Josh Schiffer can silence my commentary. Okay? So I'm just saying, and no judge can either. It's clear on its face, the law. Okay? So literally, they can sit here. It's going away. It's going bye-bye. They know it. I know it. We all know it. People tend to forget the First Amendment exists. Yes. And you can't, in all fairness, he was absolutely correct. The First Amendment right of freedom of speech is not free. We all know that. I've taken Queen Bee to court because she went over the line. I've never done what she's done to me to the Proudfoots. You guys have all watched what her and her team.
Are you kidding me?
In a concerted, conspiring effort.
You have spent nothing but the last few months bullying the fuck. Now, do I agree that you were bullied to an extent? Yes. But you have spent the last few months bullying the fuck out of the Proudfoots and the Bowersocks. Are you fucking kidding me, ho?
To destroy my channel for nothing more than clicks and views and to say that they destroyed me. So at the end of the day, and not only that, but you watch them stalk me everywhere and disclose where I'm at. That is stalking. That is stalking. Okay, what I did to the Proudfoots is not stalking, but what you see Queen Bee and her friends do to me every single case, that is stalking. It's cyber stalking. They've actually had people follow me into courtrooms.
What?
Okay.
That's a lie. That's a whole fucking lie. They've talked shit about it. Ain't nobody actually did it. They were just talking shit. That is a lie.
Maybe mine is acting weird then. Yeah, crazy man, you might want to turn the volume up. Haters are your greater, will make you greater. Keep doing what you're doing. I absolutely am. KP and CP just make me sick hearing the words. I know they make everybody sick. But this is what I'm going to ask of everybody in my audience. I'll be back later today, but I'm going to drink my coffee and everything like that. And I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to get on a different topic. We're going to get this back to Sebastian because, at the end of the day, this is a distraction to take away from their son because they don't want their son found. I can tell you right now, I totally do not like Chris or Katie. I have no respect for them. I think they're pieces of shit. And I think they did something to their son.
To you.
Don't know what? But they're lying. And they lied under oath. We can prove that. So at the end of the day, nobody's going to take that away from me. Chris and Katie, I think you're pieces of shit. I think you did something to your son. And guess what? I'm entitled to think that. And I'm entitled to speak it.
You're entitled to speak your opinion that you think they did something to their son, but numerous times you have stated it as a fact that they hurt Sebastian. They unalived Sebastian. You have said that numerous times. You stupid, skank. Oh,
I'm entitled to film on public property, and there's not a damn thing anybody's going to be able to do about it.
little Irish
Period.
girl. Hey, babe.
Nothing. She's jealous of you, buddy. No, I don't think she's jealous of me. I think she's scared. I think she's scared. I think she's
you're
scared because we are keeping her son's name out there. We are analyzing everything. We're showing their bad behavior. We're showing their inconsistencies.
So you can do that to Chris and Katie, but we can't do that to you. Okay, got it.
We're putting pieces together, like the anonymous vehicle out front of their
Yes,
property.
Irish
We're putting
girl.
common sense back
This morning, you hear her customer service voice. She's so full of shit.
into this case. You know, that's what we're doing, and that's what she's scared of. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that I'm talking to Seth. I don't think it has anything to, I think the only thing it has to do with is that I'm doing more work than the private investigators did, you know, Chloe and those pieces of garbage, you know, whatever. And then I hear, listen to this, I hear that SF Investigates is working with Chris and Katie. Remember, he's the one that filed that bunk and almost had the FBI up his ass because he went and did some underhanded stuff with the copyright board. Remember that? He was about to get his ass sued too. And actually, I still have a cause of action against him. Maybe I will go ahead and execute that here in the near future as well for the damages he caused me. I've got a lot of people that I can sue literally tomorrow if I wanted to. But right now, my big fish is making sure Queen Bee takes care, you know, handles and is held responsible for what she's done to me and her friends, because that was at her direction. And she wanted to literally destroy me, take my channel, take my she didn't even want me being able to buy milk. Who does that to another female? You know, she's a piece of shit. So I hope she gets an order of protection. That's okay. I'm going to be getting one on her. We're going to be going into Illinois. I'm going to be going ahead and filing whatever I need to file. This lady's been stalking me for freaking 2 years. I'm over it. So it's time to start fighting fire with fire. And I'm going to start filing criminal complaints here in Florida. I'm going to start filing criminal complaints in Illinois. And I'm going to, we've already got her recorded. And I want anybody that has recording of her asking people about my whereabouts, talking about my whereabouts, disclosing my whereabouts. I want all of that clipped and sent to me immediately upon seeing it. Timestamps and links, URL links. Sebastian has autism. He would be quite quiet and easily hidden. Yes and no. He doesn't see. To me, it seems like if he met somebody, he would freak out. He doesn't like new people. There hasn't been any prescription filled for him. He's never been seen walking out of the house. He's never been seen. No shadowy figure has been seen on any of the cameras around that house leaving that community. There's been no shadowy figures by the
That's
school.
exactly it,
SS.
SS. That's exactly it. Yeah, using the court as your personal score settler. That looks great. You absolute fool. All of the shit you're saying is damning. You're just too stupid to know that you're stupid. Absolutely.
Cameras from the businesses that would have been pointing in his direction of travel. I mean, there's just he literally disintegrated in his bed. That's the only way you can express this, because there's no sighting of him after he went inside his home ever again. I know I'm going to be in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, they better get a protective order. I'm harassing them. Oh my God, I'm harassing them. How could he have met someone if he didn't have access to the internet? Exactly. That's why it was eliminated. That possibility hasn't even been, you know, it's been brought up. It's been put to rest. They are looking for Sebastian Rogers. What about Sebastian, the Proudfoots? Yeah, they're not going to look. They don't care to look. They don't care where their child is. They just want this all to go away. And if we don't listen or comply with them, they're going to lie under oath to try to force our hands. Well, guess what? You just got yourself a fighter. So good luck on keeping this restraining order in place, especially when you tell the judge that I was only in town for 2 days, specifically for filming, and the majority of my time was not even around your house. That's going to be a tough case to express to a judge. Judges aren't stupid. Speaking from personal experience, I would almost be next month's pay.
She is so
flow. A lot
flow.
more than they will admit. Slow process, but I feel there will be an arrest. This is definitely a solvable case. Every time Chris fights in court, Dirty He has never won. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. They don't make good criminals. I'll tell you that.
Yep, angel chips. Yep, you're right.
Oh, let me add the caveat. In my opinion, good gracious, I feel strong about one of CP's old construction sites that he knows would not be disturbed at all. Solidified. Please send me an email about.
We're going to ignore that, though. One thing. We're going to ignore that. That didn't happen.
Bullhornbetty@gmail.com. For people that are out there in the world that don't know what my email is, it's very simple. It's my name, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. All one word. Do you know if RV park he was staying at had cameras? I do believe, yes, they did have cameras. Even the easy whatever park, I need to go by there. I absolutely hate they are doing this to you. Well, they're pieces of shit. They spent more time on me than they did on their own son.
Wow.
You know, that is like, I don't know how
The volume. She must have fixed the volume again for a minute.
much worse they could look at this point. I really don't. But I hope Nina catches wind of this, and I hope she protects Faith from all these crazy YouTubers that are threatening the life of Chris and Katie and the Bower Sox. You know, good gracious, wouldn't want her in the middle of all that. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go drink my coffee, and I will see you guys in the near future. What I won't see you is at the courthouse on the 8th. So we'll talk to you guys later. God
Ooh. She said, "Where I won't see you is at the courthouse on the 8th." Girl, you are stupid.
bless each and every one of you, and we'll chat soon. So thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I love the emails of encouragement, but I need some evidence, especially what related to Queen Bee. If you guys hear her stalking me, her piano stalking me, then showing where I am. I want to do that. I need to all the clips of
Showing where she is. She's talking about, because that's what somebody said in my chat earlier, that Queen Bee posted a community post with a picture of the hotel Betty had just stayed at. So, I mean, that don't look good. That's why I'm saying, like, $70,000 in, that judge is gonna slap both these hoes on the wrists, tell them to cut the shit out, and that lawyer's gonna be 70K richer. It is what it is.
that, even in the past. If you guys are watching old things and you guys hear these things, I want the clips of them. I want them sent to me immediately, because I'm going to be working on something in her court hearing, and I need all that evidence to be proffered. So they have worked harder to come after you than Sebastian. They sure have. It's sickening. Hey, TD, it's nice to see you, my love. I was just thinking about a coffee. Well, you know me, I run on coffee. So, anyways, I love you guys. Thank you, JC World. I'll love it's up in the house too. Love it. Did you ever go back to that Pale Horse? That was some good coffee. I'm sorry, that was good. I wish I would have grabbed some of their coffee, but actually, I've got that Tony's that Brenda sent me, and I've been that's smooth coffee as well. In my opinion, quite frankly, I'm over their phony baloney. Perhaps we need to class action against them for PTSD. Hey, you know what? I'm up for some legal maneuvering and legal strategy. You know what? Sometimes coming up with crafty and creative arguments really do. You know, sometimes thinking outside the box in the legal realm does work. I hope the judge asked why she didn't put a
I
restraining
didn't
order on them.
I didn't watch past here, but somebody said her mask slipped at the end. So let's see.
Man who abused her son. That'd be a good question. I don't think the judge is going to get into that, but it does say it does have a part where they have to show just cause for the extension. But everybody is telling me with the protective order that if you're not served, they just extend it and reschedule it. And I'm thinking, well, that's not what their law says. That's not what their statute says. The statute clearly states that it expires after 15 days, and that only under just cause will it be extended. That means they
No, no.
have to prove the need for it. And if that's the case, I don't think they're going to be able to rise to that burden.
I don't know,
We will
little
find
Irish
out
girl. She could do so much more, or maybe she can't. I don't know. I don't understand why she don't go get a career.
on Thursday. So everybody just put me in your prayers, you know, put me in your prayers that the judge asks them the right questions, and
Right,
the judge
Lumpy?
realizes that this is BS and doesn't force me to come to Tennessee to argue with them, that this is horseshit. You know, that's what we really need to be praying for, that the judge sees through this nonsense and puts a kibosh on it before they damage me any further. But
Girl, they ain't damaging you. You're damaging yourself,
I can say the
stupid.
prayers from now until Thursday. We'll find out what the results are on Thursday and make decisions from that point on.
No, it won't. It'll just keep
Beat
them.
socks
It'll
or
keep
whatever.
her from going around them. And I think it's absolutely necessary, because we all just watched how unhinged she was with Terry Bowersox. And it's only going to get worse if she's allowed to continue doing these things.
Literally, factually kidnappers. Thank you, Jules. I love you guys. All right, guys. Well, go give them hell today on the streets, and we'll talk soon. I will see you guys probably in an hour or two. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video, if I'm just going to do a live. It's just easier for me to come live some days, so I may not put a thumbnail on. So just put set me to all, and we'll set me to the all notification, and I'll just come live several times a day. I've got to look up some other stuff because like Alec Murdaugh has some movement. I just looked in the Gilgo Beach. I gave you guys an update yesterday. If you haven't seen the update from the Gilgo Beach serial killer, go and check that out. There's some new information that's going to be coming out today on Alec Murdaugh. There's other cases that we're covering. Crystal Rogers from Bardstown, Kentucky. We haven't talked about in a while. I was just wearing Layla Santinello's shirt to help. So there is that. And another thing Josh didn't have information from is that I have permission from, not permission, but I have the support of Seth Rogers and Seth Rogers' team.
Who gives a fuck if you've got the support of the father who's been exploiting his own son? Why wouldn't he support you exploiting Sebastian and the Proudfoots? Why wouldn't he? Sorry, not sorry, but that's the truth.
Do the work that I'm doing, which is the biological father of this boy. So I'm just saying, I wish he would have been a little more apprised of the reality of the situation, not this hocus pocus imagination that Josh seemed to have last night. But he did say some critical things that prove that they don't have standing for this. And one is that he was a little shocked that they haven't looked for their son. Two, he was specifically stated, if you're going to go online and talk, then you deserve the criticism, right? He did say that. You guys heard that come out of his mouth. And lastly, he says there's no way they can get a restraining order without a pattern of behavior. There's no pattern of behavior here. So he's already even though they're going to be twisting everything that was said because he was going off of not knowing the true situation of the case. But he did answer a lot of stuff that was in my favor. And so you got to look at that. And they were more specific, like the pattern of behavior, right? That's what they.
Yeah, but she is basing that pattern of behavior statement on just the pattern of behavior, including the Sebastian Rogers case. It could be the pattern of behavior for you as a creator, and the shit you do is pertinent to this. I'm telling you, girl, you do have a pattern, and they may look at that pattern.
They have to establish there is no pattern of behavior. 2 days does not constitute that. And he even said something about it doesn't matter about their intent. It's about the intent of the feeling of the parent. No, it's not. I've never heard that before in my life. It's about their feeling. Do they 2 days and and a month later they can say, oh, I feel threatened right now because of something she did a month ago.
No, because of you again threatening to bring your pew pew and a machete with you when you come back down. They have or up because you're in Florida. They have every fucking right to seek out a TPO on you.
That was the most insane thing I've ever heard an attorney say in my life. But again, like I said, we did catch him talking out of both sides of his mouth. I hope everybody goes over there and checks it out. Hey, clip this, send it to him. I don't really care. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to be writing him anyways by email, messenger, or something like that, just to make sure.
Oh, the volume's going up again.
He's crystal clear, right? So anyways, I will talk to you later. Oh, and the other thing about the clicks and the views, I don't think he realizes I really don't give a rat's ass about the clicks and the views. As a matter of fact, I try to dump all the assholes in this channel as quickly as possible. I really don't care who watches. I do my work, whether you guys watch or not, right? I'm a one-man show. So I work my ass off every single day, and I really could care less whether I have clicks and views. And yes, I am here for the families, not my audience.
You are not here for the families, girl. Girl, your channel was plummeting. You had to thank your lucky stars that something happened with Sebastian Rogers. You had to thank God that something happened so that you would have something to pick up on and make money off of and get your channel thriving again. That's exactly what you fucking did.
My audience is here is here and supports the work that we do. The people that are here for help and to work and to help guide, there's a lot of people that have given me a lot of different information by emailing it to me, right? That's a group effort. That's not my work. That's their work.
Yep, said one woman shows, so you confirm the we is just you and the turd in your pocket. Oh my God. Oh, she is red. No, Mama Bullhorn needs to whoop her ass, but we know that ain't happening.
And we have a huge group, and that's what I'm trying to build over here. I'm not trying to build, this
it is
conversation
Irish
station,
girl.
right? I'm trying to build an information station, right? So we have information free flowing through this channel that can help these cases. And that is exactly what we're going to do and exactly what I have built this channel to do. And too bad Josh has not taken an opportunity to look, but it's not my problem.
I promise if Josh goes to her channel and looks, he's gonna feel even stronger about his impressions of Betty.
Still going to be an asshole. I'm still going to, you treat me like crap, I'm going to treat you like crap. You treat me good, I treat you good. That's how we roll over here. I don't care if you're white, black, and different, green with yellow polka dots. I really don't care. There's a simple rule I have. You treat me good, I treat you good. I don't care what your sexual identification is, your religion is. I don't care. Right? You do you. I do me. But at the end of the day, you treat me good, I treat you good. You treat me like shit, I treat you like shit. That's how I roll. And guess what? It's across the board.
Did Chris and Katie do something to you, Betty? I'm curious. Did Chris and Katie treat you like shit?
You know, they drank too much haterade. I love that skullified. All right, guys, I love you. I'm going to go get some coffee. We'll rock it out, get coffee beans out. We'll be on later today. But later today, we're talking about Sebastian. I'm over this. They don't have standing. You know what? However long it takes, it's going to be thrown out. I'm going to sue them. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to get a payday from them. I don't know what I'm going to go after them for.
At the end of the day, I'm going to get a payday from them. See, she doesn't realize that she fucks herself every time she opens this ugly ass mouth of hers. Like, boo, you will not get a payday from them because you're specifically seeking out a payday from them. And you're making it very known that's what you're wanting. And that's why you're going to sue them. No judge is going to take that. Sorry, boo, not sorry. It's just not going to happen.
But I think I'm going to go after separately Chris and Katie as well as the Bauer Sox. You know, they did.
And you're going to lose both.
This, they can deal with the consequences of it. Rock it out with your coffee beans out.
Ooh, gross. Ugh. Anyways, fuck that. Fuck her. Lord have mercy. Let me check these comments. God don't like ugly Betty. That's what I'm saying. She is digging her own grave. Like, every time you open your filthy fucking mouth, you fuck yourself. Keep talking. Keep doing it. Keep going live and giving yourself away. Period. Because that's what you're doing. Well, that was something. Okay, it really triggered me when I heard her whisper. And I was like, this bitch is putting on a front now because she knows they're watching her. That's what I was saying, Spudler. She is thinking the pattern of behavior only pertains to Sebastian's family. No, if they're going to check the pattern, they're going to check the pattern of behavior of you, ma'am. And I know Don and Candace, they've got. So, fuck her. Good luck. No cussing, no screaming. Weird. Oh, so man, like she triggers me sometimes. Yeah, she's hiding and saying she won't be there. Publicly saying she knows about it and she will not be there. SS, yep. Yep, patterns. Signed, sealed, and delivered, ho. All right, thanks for being here. Y'all make sure you hit that thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm sure I, insulted a few people today or pissed somebody off. It's okay. And just so you know, the chat replay will be down. So if you're watching this on replay and you can't see the chat, the reason is because when I play birthday songs or intro songs that are not my normal intro songs, I have to clip them out of my live stream or I get copyright. So that is why on a lot of my lives you'll see the live chats missing. That's why. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday and just love yourself and try to love others and try to be a good human being. It's super simple. All right. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.